here I am back. This is what we have now on our needles. And now we are ready to separate our sleeves. You will need 2 pieces of contrasting yarn. I have my little pieces I cut for this, and you will need a needle. I have this special needle for yarn. And here what we will do, we will knit our 6 stitches of a belly. Then I forgot to say that we was doing our increases till come to 24 stitches here. We do this purl, we take it to the body, and here's starting our sleeve. Then we stop here, we take yarn, put it in the needle. I do it this way, I just fold it and put it in. It's entering much more easy, much easier. Bear with me, guys. You know, I probably sometimes I'm stopping and I'm speaking very slowly because I need to speak foreign language and I need to check what I'm doing. Sometimes it's quite complicated, and then I need to check if my hands are in a frame. Then you know. Let's go then. Now we will take all sleeves stitches on this threads. I have 2, 4. Basically, we have 24 stitches here. 22, 24. Just pull through and leave it. Later I will tie it together, but for now I will leave them. Here we have our purl, and we continue with our purl. We will not add nothing down here because of pattern, and then we go as it go, all knitting, and we just follow all our patterns. I'm out here. I need to get back. Here I am, just following my pattern on the back side. I was thinking now that this back pattern is very complicated. If you're not ready still, you just can continue knitting plain in knit stitches, and then you can decorate it by your choice. You don't need to follow in this pattern. But many people was asking me to show this pattern particular. Then, you know, I found it a little bit complicated, but I did my best, believe me. Then I continue here with my pattern. I think I'm on the second row of it, starting with 4, yes, 2 together, 1, 2, and yarn over. And then we do the same on the other side till the other sleeve. Let me knit this, and I'll see you there near the sleeve. Here we are on another sleeve, doing the same. Absolutely the same. And now just continue. Purl, and then we increases our rib stitch. Let's see what we got. This like will look like now. This is the part of belly, and this is the part of back, and little sleeves will wait for now. Doesn't it look very cute? I just love how it looks. Then I just will tie my little strands to don't. You can do this way, or you can just use do this way. Sometimes I do like this as well, and then you just pull this through. Your choice. And now we just continue the same way, part of body without any changes, any increases. Relax. Now we do it for 8 rows. Hello again. Here we are. I've done 8 rows, and basically we will add 1 stitch on each side of our central part of belly, and I decided that we will do it somewhere after rib stitch, after between first and second stitch here. You see, under the sleeves, first and second stitch one side, and first and second stitch other side. We just will increase it the same way, but now I don't need to do yarn over. I'll just show you how we will do it, taking the stitch between stitches. Here we are, our first and second stitch. We're doing first stitch, and we take this again this way from front to the back, and just knit stitch, twisting it, because you need to twist it, because if you do it this way you will have a hole, right? We don't want a hole. Then we just will twist, and then in the final here on the other side we will just twist it to other side, because we're all about perfection and symmetry, right? See you there. Here we are, 1 point before. Last time we did it from front to back. This we do opposite to have our symmetry, and just knit this, twist it. Here we are. We increase 1 stitch, and then we finish our row. After that we are doing 8 more rows, and we will start counting from here. 8 more rows. We do 1 more increase and then repeat it 1 more time. Then in total we will do 3 increases. Continue with this lovely pattern behind, and after doing 3 times increases I'll see you. Here we see how our work looks like. And we've done our body part. For my sweater, I've done 3 increases in every 8th row. You need to see by your measurements how long you need to knit. And now we will start our nice round back part. Then what we will do, this is a middle part, and we will knit now, plain knitting this part. We will go and we will back, we will go and we will back, decreasing every time 2 stitches. Then basically theory, we will go round now, we will come here on this point, and we will go back and come on this point, and then we go and we will leave 2 stitches, and then we go back and 2 stitches, and that's how we will move on, every time leaving 2 stitches. Let me just do my round and I'll show you what I mean, and I'll show you how you continue this lovely pattern on the wrong side, because this pattern we will do in the right side and wrong side as well. This one we will cross on the right side, and on the wrong side we will just knit normally. Then you need to check if you are on a row where you need to cross these little things. If it's not, you just make 1 more row, right? Then let me do my row and I will come back to you. Okay, here we are. On the end here I have my 2 last stitches, and on this point I'm not doing till the end of the row. I turn my work, see, and we just do our little stairs, then just take out 1, first one, and continue purling till we come to our braid, right? Little one just to knit, to purl, to knit. And then here, in my case, I have a last row, but you can be in any point of row. Then just observe. I basically need to knit 2 together because it's my last ones. Then, as we knit our second stitch on the front of a first one, then first we do what we do, we turn them other side. Look, I take them on the right needle and just turn them on other side. Then they look at me like this, and then I just will take them from behind this way, 2 together, and I will purl them together from behind. Look again where I take it, like this. Okay, purl together, and then 1, 2. Then you observe your yarn over. It's going from behind to front. You do absolutely the same one, and you continue purling. Yarn over, you purl twisted, and then you continue. Then I have other half, and another half. Our 2 purls we just will purl like they go. No secrets on this side. Just let me show you. You can put your chart on front of you, or probably I can put chart now on top, but you just follow it on the opposite way, and then you will see we will have here let me turn it this way. We have our yarn over from front to behind. We purl it first and then we repeat the same yarn over. Then we have 2 purls, and these 2 will just purl together like they go, and then our pattern will go right way. And then we just finish our row and we stop on a point where our belly part starting on our knit stitches. Oh yes, knit stitches. We came here, we turn our work and we do the same thing. We take over first stitch and continue. And then when we come to the end of a row, we just stop 2 stitches before, turn back and continue working like this. I'll see you in the end of the row because I want to explain you everything. See you there. Right, here I am showing you. Here we see our first turn, and here we have our 3 last stitches. We need this stitch and we have 2 stitches left. We turn our work, take first and continue knitting other side. And just observe that your stitches are turned now opposite ways. Then a purl stitch is like this and we get in it from this side, and knit stitch you will take inside. You just see your work and just make sure that you're not twisting your stitches, right? And then you continue like this till you come to the central part here, taking every time 2 stitches from both sides, turning your work and walking in the rows, right and wrong rows, every time turning 2 stitches before the end of a row. And then I will see you when we come to our central element. Okay, here we are. I finished my steps, and this how our work look now on this stage. Basically, you see these little steps of 2 stitches beginning from tummy part. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 groups of 2. And here we are turning now on this central part. Let me show you other side. We have the same thing here. We stop on this point, we turn it last time, and the same thing. Now we will need to knit in circles again. Then look what I'm doing, I'm pushing it through. And now we will make a couple of rows the same way we did here in the beginning. We will now make a round, closing all these little steps, and then we will do 1 more round in knit stitches, and then 1 round in purl stitches, and 1 round in knit stitches again. Then here we are back. We turn our work and we go knitting stitches here as they go. We will knit this stitch as well. And here we came to our first step. Then we knit our this way to don't twist, right? We knit this stitch and then we will take this stitch in the previous row, look, this one, and we will knit it twisted, and then basically we close our little hole here, right? We continue knitting all stitches around. Here we came to another step. We get this previous one, right, this one, and we will stitch knit it twisted, right, the same way. Watch your stitches and make them the way they are all laying nicely. And don't twist. With this you twist to don't have a hole, but basically we are doing increase between all groups of 2 stitches, right? Here we came on the final one, and I'll show you other side will be a little bit different. Right, here we finish our part of belly, and here the same thing. Here we have our first hole. We take this one from previous row and just twist it opposite side like this, and then we have our knit stitch, and the same thing, take it out and knit, and here we have our twisted, and we knit the next one, twisted stitch, and the next one. And you continue like this till we come to the central part. Last one. And now we will just make one more round of knit stitches. Actually, not a round. I had an idea now. We will change at the start of our row. Let's do knit stitches till the start of a belly, and this will be our new start of a row, and from here we will do purls, right? Okay, here we came to the tummy part, and from here we will do one row in purls and then next row in knit stitches, the same way we've done here. Okay, my lovelies, look what we have now. We did knit, purl and knit rows, and now we're ready to go to our 1-to-1 rib stitch, and at this point we will need to change our needles to the smaller needles. In my case it will be needles of 2.5 millimeters. Let me take them. Right, I grab my needles and we're ready to go with a ordinary rib stitch. 1 knit, 1 purl, and continue like this for 10 rows, and I'll see you there. Okay, here we are. I complete my 10 rows and now we are ready to cast off. I want to show you two ways to do this. It's one is a simpler and faster one, maybe it's sort for beginners, and another one is a longer but more beautiful, like basically will look like this. That's why I use it when I use the Italian cast, because then we can cast off the same way, but we will need a needle for this. Then let's start with the first one. It's called cast off with yarn overs. Here we are, start of our row. We take this stitch like this on our right needle. Then we look which stitch we have next. If we have a purl stitch, we put yarn over from me behind, from front to back, from me. And then we purl stitch, and then we take the yarn over. Oh god, this is a little bit tricky. And pull it through the stitch, and then previous stitch as well. Then we see knit stitch. When we see knit stitch, we yarn over to me, from behind to front. Do you stitch? Yarn over through it and the previous stitch as well. And then continue this way. Purl stitch, 1, 2, knit stitch, 1, 2. I found another faster method to do this, and I'll show you now. I'm using my crochet hook, the same size, 2.5 millimeters crochet hook. Then what I do, I take it basically like a needle, turning down, and I do the same thing. I see purl, yarn over from me, purl, and then I just pull it through with a crochet hook. Yarn over to me, knit stitch, and pull it through. This is how our cast on look like. It's a little zigzag, and then it's leave us to stretch it if we need, but still look nice. Here's the second one, which will look exactly like our beginning. And for this one we will need a needle. I have my special needle for this, big one. You can get it in any store. Then we will do 2 previous rows for this, the same way we was doing in the beginning. First row will be knit stitch and purl stitch, just passing on the right needle without knitting, with a thread on in front. And knit stitch, take purl, knit, take purl, and do this till the end of the row. I'll see you there. Okay, finish first row. Second row we do the opposite. Now we will do purls and take out knit stitches. We see knit stitch, just take it out with a yarn behind our work, and then we purl stitch. We take knit stitch and we purl, and continue like this till the end of the row. Right, we complete both our rows, and now we're ready to cast off with a needle. we will need 3 times of this size for our thread. Then this is a 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and I will cut off and put in a needle. And basically I want you to see and understand what we will do in. Now we basically separate our knit stitches and purl stitches, which are knit stitches on other side. Basically we will see them like knit stitches from here with knit stitches from here, and we will close them together with our invisible seam. Right, here's my line, and this is my last purl stitch. I will enter with a needle on my last purl stitch this way, and then I will enter to my knit stitch this way. I will take this stitch from my needle, and now we will start doing and repeat 2 simple steps. We see our stitch, we enter in it this way and enter this stitch this way. We enter in stitch and getting out from other stitch, knit stitches. We see them like knit stitches, right? And then on this side the same thing, knit stitch, you enter in one and get out from other one. Don't pull very tight your yarn. And we turn our work, and the same thing, we enter in our knit stitch, we take out this from the needle, we enter in one and getting out from another one, right? Can you see this? And we can take it from the needle. Watch again. You see where your yarn is getting out from this stitch. You enter in and get out from next one, and you can take it from your needle. Don't push tight. Observe where your yarn getting out, and you will enter in the same stitch. Just a little bit, enter and get out from the next, and continue like this. Let me do a couple more and I'll show you how nice our edge will look. Very easy. In, out. Look, I've done a couple of stitches, and this is how our edge looks like. Absolutely beautiful, professional, and the same as beginning. Then congratulations, you learned the most beautiful way to cast on your rib stitches. Let me finish here and I will be back with you. Right, here I'm on my last stitches. And then we will found our first purl stitch here, which we used. Where are you, purl stitch? This one. Enter, and last one here with the first one here. Done. Bum, bum. And then I just go on the other side. Right? Perfect. With the needles. Here we are on the other side. And now we're gonna just go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couple of times. And I like to go back as well. Observe how go your stitches and just follow them. Here I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it will be basically almost impossible to lose our end. And here we are, cutting. Bam. I just want to tell you that this way to cast off your work, it will be very difficult if you decide to undo it, because you will need to find your edge and then just undo it one by one stitch. But basically I love this way, and it's easy. It just looks complicated, but when you get it, it's just, I like to call it in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, now we are back to our sleeves. How many stitches I have? 24. And what we will do, we get needle and just take them all on a needle, push through. We will use a magic loop again, and 12. Perfect. Now we can take this line off. Just pull your finger in and push it. Done. Now we're ready to make our sleeves. What we will do, as we didn't put any stitch here, we will just edge a couple of stitch here from our between lines. Everything falling down from this table because I didn't clean it before. Okay, then I'll show you what we will do. We'll take a yarn. Yeah, yarn. You see, I need some English lessons for sure. Here we are, one in, one out, and we just will take one stitch somewhere here. I think I will get this one. I will twist it and knit it. Leave a little tail here because we will make a knot on the net. And I think it will be fine. Then we knit our 12 stitches. And then we turn. Very big sleeves, right? The funny thing that, you know, any human jumper, sweater, you do exactly the same principle. Here we are with our 12. And then we will knit one more from somewhere here. Probably this one. Just look which one looks nicer. Twist it and see how we're doing. Sometimes we will need to pull a couple of threads to don't have a hole. I'll show you on this. When we finish this row, I used to make a knot with the tail and our working yarn. Put tail in, and then let me show you. We still have a little hole here, and what we will do, we will push thread, put it on our needle, and just, no, this way, because it needs to be twisted, and then we just knit them two together to don't have additional stitches but rid of hole, right? And we'll do one more row of knit stitches, and then in the end we will do the same thing, right? We came here on our last stitch, I will turn it, and then I will get some from here down. Let me see, where is our hole? I think this one is okay. I'll put it this way, and my last stitch I will put back on my left needle, and I will just knit them together, and then we're rid of any holes down here. On this stage you can continue and do a couple more rows. I will basically do this thing here. I will now do one row of purl stitches, one row of knit stitches, and then I will go to my rib stitch 1 to 1. Basically I will do the same thing on my sleeves, which we didn't done here. We have a couple of rows of knitting. Now I'll do purl. Now after this I'll do knit stitches a row, and then 10 rows of rib stitch. I'll see you there. Ta-da! Right, my sleeve is ready. I forgot to say, don't forget to change your needles and make your rib stitch with a smaller needle. I used to make always my rib stitches with a smaller needle because it looks nicer and secure well cuff. Now just repeat on the other side and enjoy your new jumper. I hope you like the video. I hope you don't forget to subscribe for new videos. I will start doing my videos more frequently. I was very busy and working hard and blah blah blah, but I have a lot of new ideas for you, and don't forget that after finish you need to wash it, and I will do a separate video about how you wash and how you do this last stage of your knitting project. Right, ta-da! Both sleeves are ready and our pet jumper is ready. Just hide all little tails and don't forget to wash your piece before you use it, because sometimes yarn have some product on it, and and this help to turn all stitches right and beautiful. And then I'll show you how you do it in another video, and this basically finished now.